Hi, it's Abe here, and this is CoachingReallyWorks.com. Welcome. The world is getting smaller and smaller as we travel around the world. I mean, I'm living in China right now, and through all of those experiences and meeting other people and being in different places, we come to find that those differences can really bother us, and it can be difficult. And it's sad, but it's true that we'd rather just stick to our own and sort of stay in our own, environments that we're used to with the people that either are like us, either in skin tone or language or race or color or whatever we believe, religious beliefs. There's so many things, I won't even get into this. So much variety in the world, but we need to learn to celebrate the diversity and learn to accept it, not just be okay with it and tolerate it, but to really grow into it. I want to give you insight into 4 stages that we go through when we're dealing with change, when we're dealing with those differences and things that we're not used to. And sometimes that's all we need to be able to learn to appreciate diversity or appreciate difference, okay? I'm going to tell you a bit of a story about my experience, and at the end, I'm going to tell you what these 4 stages are. So maybe if you understand them, you can know where you're at and you can know what to shoot for and what you're working towards. I'll tell you my experience in coming to China. When I first came here, it was crazy. There are so many little things. You wouldn't even think about them normally because it doesn't seem like the thing that would be such a big deal. But simple things like being pushed around in a crowd of people, or being stepped on, or having your space sort of like people crossing in front of you when you're trying to go shopping, or not letting you through a doorway, or simply something as simple as stopping to let a woman through a door. She's like shocked, like, why are you doing that? And you feel like an alien because you tried to let a woman go through the door. Anyways, those things really bothered me when I first came here, and they just sort of, I was aggravated by them. That first year that I was in China, I was very angry. I was actually angry at just being here. It was the idea of not having the respect that I was used to, not that I needed the respect, but the kindness being, offered to me and that my society was used to. And after about a year, I was like, okay, I decided to sort of not be so, upset about it, and I became sort of passive about it, and I stopped resisting it. And then at one point I realized, well, these people are not bad, they're just different. I mean, there's a whole country of them, and they're just very different. And amongst themselves, they know how to work with it. They have a saying in China, learn to flow like water. And when they have confrontations and difficulties, there's something about that. Even just watching the traffic, it's a strange experience, but they have a different way of approaching life and looking at interactions and behavior between people. And now that was something that I had to get used to. And I don't think I'll ever fully get used to it, but I learned this. I learned to accept it. And then once I was able to accept it, all of the tension was gone, and then I'm in a stage where I can grow with it. I can commit to being a part of it if I need to be, or at least knowing how to deal with it, how to work with it, and not be fighting it. All right, so now here are the 4 stages. This is not anything that I came up. I put the source in the blog post so you can see it, but the 4 stages are simply this. First of all, there's shock and denial. It's like, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe I'm experiencing this. Or I really don't want to be experiencing this. Or, these people are so different. I don't like this. I won't even get into some of what I consider some of the disgusting habits that I saw around here. But that first stage is very difficult. And then from there, you move into this anger. Oh, I couldn't believe it. After I saw it, after I realized what I went through, then I realized, oh, it's a part of a natural process. It's actually a natural thing. But make sure you don't get stuck in that anger. The next one, which I think was a big aha moment for me, and I went through all of this very naturally. Nobody had to tell me, but I just accepted it. I just experienced that acceptance, and I was fine. I was happy again. And the last of the 4 stages of experiencing change and adjusting to new situations or differences and diversity in people or cultures or whatever the case is commitment. Just learn to commit to being a part of it, to that acceptance, to that growth, to something new in your life and in your experiences with other people. All right, now here's your quote for today. An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Martin Luther King Jr. All right, now here's your affirmation. Remember, post it in a couple places where you're going to see it at least twice a day. Say it 3 times each time. I celebrate life's diversity fully. Hey guys, this is Abe. Did you like this episode? If you did, there are 3 things you can do right now to continue your journey. First, you can subscribe to this channel right here so that I can send you videos on a weekly basis to change your life. Second, you can get my brand new cheat sheet by clicking on the button right here. Third, you can go over to my website and sign up for my newsletter so that I can send you free offers, free programs, free products, new podcasts, and everything else that we don't do on this channel right here. If you'd like to do that, please click on any of these buttons that you see right here. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, go out there and continue to take steps towards your dream as you live a life that really matters.